whether you know it or not, are looking at you and seeing what you're doing. Some are betting on you to fail. But you keep going anyway, you succeed, and guess what? Now you are the man. You do the dang thing, and you get better. And that's what's happening. Say what you want to say about me. I don't care. Because at the end of the day, it's me proving to myself what I can do and who I can help. I don't do this for me. I do this for y'all.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. That's how he does it. Here's how I do it. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the David Uselton Show. I'm your host, David Uselton. That is actually David Uselton too, but he is David Uselton the third. Also known as D-Dog. So anyway, today's a little bit different because last episode I dove in a little too deep and a little too long, and towards the end I kind of got off onto another topic. And so with that being said, I just want to break in here for the intro because I'm using the rest of that episode, the rest of that video to really dive into the next topic in the series. And the topic today is on fear. So I really hope you like it. I really hope you get some value from this. I really appreciate y'all continued support, and thank you for hitting that subscribe and like button. If you want to, feel free to hit me up in the comment section. I don't know if he's going to be part of it, but he probably will. He's my homie, D-Dog. So anyway, episode 3 is live, and let's get into this right now. Bye. Welcome everyone. I am your host, David Uselton, and I am thrilled that you're here today on this glorious day. If not this, but anyway, I'm about to go get this swim. The swim is when I say the Wild West, it's like the one thing you have the least control over in the whole race. Because if you're out in the middle of the lake, or you're being pushed by a current in the river, or you're getting slapped by the waves in the ocean, you best not drown. You best not stop and sink. I mean, you gotta, if you get tired, you've got to self-save yourself. And granted, there's some folks out there in canoes and kayaks and there in case something happens, but it's just unknown. But with that being said, that's what makes it so exhilarating and terrifying at the same time. Because you've got to, if anything goes wrong, it's on you. But that right there is what will keep you from pushing yourself to do it. So the fear of drowning, the fear of getting out there in the middle and freaking out and not feeling like you can finish or keep going because you're afraid that you're going to wear out and you're going to drown. That's the point that keeps a lot of people from wanting to do these kinds of things. And that's the one thing that really gets me.
all these years, like coming up and doing, I've swam all my life. But that thought still lingers back here in the back of your head. And then your little lizard brain starts thinking, and you're like, well, is it worth it? Is it worth the chance that something might go wrong? And for years, I let that run me. I'm like, man, maybe I just do a smaller triathlon. Maybe I do one that the swim is just simple, easy. I know that I can get out of it. If something goes wrong, I'll be okay. But that's all good and great. But man, with anything in life that you want to do, that's something that's worth doing, bro, you just gotta go in. Think about driving a car. That's one of the most dangerous things you could ever do. But you do it. You're not guaranteed to make it to where you want to go. You could drown on a cup of water. We're supposed to drink water to live. The point is, man, you can't let fear hold you back from doing stuff. Fear will hold people back from doing great things, and it has in the past. Some people have failed multiple times because they were afraid to push through to where they felt like was going to get them the end result they wanted. But fear held them back. Fear has held so many people back from going forward and doing what you know you can do in your gut. Doing the hard thing. That's why things are hard, because of the fear that's involved. Things are not hard to do. The fear that is behind it is what keeps you from doing it. And then laziness sets in, but that's a different story for a different time. But if you're afraid to do something, you're afraid of looking like a certain kind of way in front of other people that you really don't like and really don't care about, or don't even really know, but you're afraid what they're gonna say about you? Come on, bruh. Look, I have had a physical issue by not being able to hear all my life. And if I would have let that stuff hold me back, because people are gonna come out and call me a retard, stupid. If I let that stuff sink in, I wouldn't be where I am right now. And where I'm at right now is I'm mentally clear. But you can't let the fear hold you back from doing big things, great things, things that you know inside of you that you got this. You know it. You feel it. Even if it's, I think I can, or I wonder if you can wonder, you can do. I wonder if I could do. I bet you I could do that. How many times have you said that? How many times have you not done it? For whatever reason. Because you were afraid? Because you didn't have confidence within yourself? You're never going to do anything in life to better yourself until you do it. I have had, with my hearing, I've had a speech issue, speaking issue. And I've had people tell me that they never would have known that I was deaf with a little d, very, very hard of hearing. Wear hearing aids all my life. Never would have known that I had a hearing problem because of the way that I speak. I can read lips, thank God. I mean, that helps a lot when, still trying to put the puzzle together of what people are saying. But all that to say, like with my hearing, being able to speak has been a huge fear of mine growing up, because I will get going and speaking and then my words will jumble. I've never been very quick to speak. If somebody gives me something and I'm trying to do something witty and throw something back at them, I always get tongue-tied. It can't get it out. So can you imagine the thought of coming on here and videoing myself talking to you guys and girls with a speech issue, of fumbling over my words? If I let that fear beat me, I wouldn't be doing this. And I promise you, the first 100 times I got on in front of my camera and started filming myself speaking, it was just a mess. But you keep going, man. You do it. You do the dang thing, and you get better. And that's what's happening. Say what you want to say about me. I don't care. Because at the end of the day, it's me proving to myself what I can do and who I can help. I don't do this for me. I do this for y'all. I came to realize when God gave me this life, He put me here for a reason. He put me here for a purpose. He put me here not able to hear well. And I could have played victim. I could have been like, I can't hear, I can't do it. I'm just, no, hell no. I don't buy that, man. I don't buy that. I've never used this as a crutch. I see it as a superpower. Yeah. Because if I can get through this in life, I can get through anything. You want to talk about confidence booster? What's your superpower? What's something that you struggle with or have struggled with? What is your mess up in life? What is your thing that you can't do well? I had to figure out how to speak clearly. I had to rewire my brain on how to slow down enough to enunciate the words that I'm trying to speak, so I don't jumble my words, so that I can adequately deliver the thing that I'm trying to speak, the idea that I'm trying to convey to other people. But fear will hold you captive, beat you down until you can't move, until you don't move on something. If I let that happen, I would not be competing in this competition. I would not go swim. I would not go practice. Because what's the point? How many times have you said that? How many times have you said, what's the point? Why would I even do that? There's no point in it. Nothing's gonna change. You're dang right nothing's gonna change if you don't put some effort into it. But guess what? If you do, bruh, if you do, it'll change. I'm telling you, man. It can't not change. If you try something, you might suck it up the first couple of times, but guess what? On the third, fourth, fifth time, you're going to get a little better. You are getting better every time you try. After the first time, it might still look like dog crap, but you're making a progress. You're making strides forward. And with anything in your life, with anything in life at all, as long as you're moving forward, you're doing it, man. Don't let it bring you down. Don't let it stop you. Don't let it paralyze you. Because if you sit down, you're not going to get back up. Because once you sit down, you quit on yourself. We're not geared to quit. We're supposed to take fear, punch it in the face, and keep going. That's how you man up. That's how you get to the next level. That's how you get better. You don't sit down. When stuff gets hard, man, get rolling. Do hard stuff on purpose sometimes just to show that you can do it. When I'm swimming, running, biking, when I'm doing all these 3 things that I train for, when I lift heavy, there's times in the workouts I want to quit and be done, and I don't want to pick it up again, ever. I say I'm going to run 6 miles. The first mile always sucks, by the way. Always. But the more you start running, you start getting to different levels in your running. And like at 3 miles, that starts sucking. The first mile always sucks. Then it starts easing up. Then around mile 3, you're like, ooh, ugh. And then 3.5 to 4, you're good. But if you quit when you start hurting, or it's not fun anymore, and you're like, your brain starts thinking off, you're not getting any better. Do the hard thing, man. But guess what? You push through and you get that 6 miles, you did it. And that's an accomplishment like nothing else. When you finish something you set out to do, something that's hard, you're breaking barriers, bro. And when you're breaking barriers, you're showing not only to yourself, but you're showing it to your wife and your kids and everyone else around you that whether you know it or not, are looking at you and seeing what you're doing. Some are betting on you to fail. But you keep going anyway, you succeed, and guess what? Now you are the man. You're giving them some inspiration to do the thing themselves. Do the thing that's hard for them to do. Maybe you inspire somebody. Look, the best way of leadership is being a servant leader. And being a servant leader is to serve others, right? But what you don't really think about is serving others isn't just going and laying hands on somebody. Hey, let me do this for you. Serving others sometimes is leading by example and showing them that they can do it because you can do it. And it's not just in fitness, it's in physical fitness. It can be in mental fitness, being strong in your mind, not letting the fear beat you. It can be emotional fitness, by not letting the fear get in your emotions to sit you down when things get hard, or to discourage someone else because they might not believe in themselves. Or maybe it's even in your spiritual fitness where you think you're not good enough to receive the grace that God's given for us, that's given for you. If that's holding you back, you need to change your way of thinking, punch fear in the face and say, you know what? I received that. I say all this stuff because I've gone through it. I have lived it. I have failed and 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 failed. I failed because I didn't let fear beat me. You can't fail at something if you're too afraid to even try. If you're too afraid to try, you're not going to try. But guess what? You try it, you failed. Then you're like, I don't want to fail again. I'm afraid to try again. That's what fear wants. And in case you've never understood this or never been told this before, failure is not a bad thing. There's a saying to fail often and fail fast. And the reason for that quote is because you cannot grow in any point in your life unless you do fail. If you fail, you learn from it. Failure is a learning experience. Remember this. Failure isn't true failure unless you fail to receive and learn the lesson that the failure has shown you. Let it sink in. And if you start thinking like that, then you won't be afraid to fail anymore. And if you're not afraid to fail anymore, all you can do is succeed, bro. And there's little wins. You stack a bunch of little wins, you've got a big win at the end of the day. So go out there and get it. Go out there and make it happen. This is exciting for me. It's exciting for me that I'm getting to speak to all of y'all. Because I really and truly enjoy helping other people. That's why I became a firefighter. But I've been through so many pits in my life. And by the grace of God, I've gotten out of it. He didn't cast me to the side. He showed me the failures. And I've learned from them. And I've taken these failures, these lessons, and I've turned them into great things. Now I can take these great things, these things that I've learned, and pass them on to y'all. Hopefully, it will help you through something or prevent you from going through something. This isn't about me. This is not, hey, look at me. This is about y'all and how I can serve y'all, man. This isn't about me. And that's free for me. Because I love every one of y'all out there. And I want you to succeed. And if I've got an opportunity to help you get there, that fires me up. That's what's important to me. So, listen. Don't be like me and my swimming in the past. Don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to sink. Go for it. Do it. Make it happen. And I promise you, you put fear aside and you do it, it will get easier for you. And if you go hard enough, long enough, with intention and consistency, I guarantee you will get good at it, whatever it is. So, with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. Thank you so much for your continued support. If this brings any value to you, I just humbly ask you to subscribe to the channel, to like it. You want to talk to me, send me a comment. I will get back to you. Tell your friends. Let's build this thing up so we can build a community of men who love our families, our wives, our kids, and grow life together, man. We can't do it alone. We got to lean on each other. So, until the next time, y'all be great. but you keep going anyway, you succeed, and guess what? Now you are the man.